Frivolous trademarks and why they are damaging to your business. Hi, Kerry here from Dream Creator Bee, and welcome to our channel where we show you how to make money online with low content products like KDP low content books, printables and digital planners. So in this video I'm actually going to show you different trademarks and explain to you how to actually go in and check them and why they are frivolous. So I'm only going to be showing you USPTO, which actually covers the US. It does not cover worldwide trademarks. Worldwide trademarks can be looked into on other different sites. I've done a previous video showing you that, and that will be in the top right hand corner for you to go and check out. But this video was basically made in answer to one of my subscribers that sent me a message actually stating that a certain word has been trademarked because, well, trademarked, and it is covering a certain category inside a KDP. Now the thing is, once you start digging in deep, you'll see that it's not trademarked because it is frivolous, and this person has also done another one that's also frivolous, and I'll show you how somebody's actually managed to block the other title that they were going for, and they were going for titles to be trademarked or a certain niche. Now copyrights for books, copyright and trademark are two different things, but copyright for books, titles cannot be copyrighted, but they can have something in them that is trademarked, and that's usually when it's linked to a brand. So for example, Harry Potter, anything to do with Harry Potter, any titles to do with Harry Potter are all trademarked and owned by Warner Brothers or J.K. Rowling. It's the same with Lego. Anything that mentions Lego in a title, Lego is trademarked, therefore you cannot use it. But it is a brand, and their brand protects the whole thing. Now what this other person was doing is they were just trying to grab a niche area, and it wasn't based on a brand. They were just trying to get the whole area for it, and in fact I don't think they'd even created any books in that niche. So let's start digging in. So it's actually dot markers. Now some of these are not based around books, they actually are marker pens. They actually are a product that is a company's brand. So we've got rainbow dot markers, we've got dab and dot markers, and we've got dot markers here, and then this one is dead, and so is this one dead. Now when things are dead, it's because they've not been maintained or updated, or nobody's answered the emails. But when it says live, you need to actually dig in a lot deeper. So the first one I'm going to look at is dab and dot markers. So when I go and have a look in deeper, it says ICO 16. Now that is our area, but then it goes on to say markers, sponge tips, markers first use. It says when it was first used and when it was first used in commerce, which is back in 2015, and it is still live. So that's a specific type of pen, it's a specific type of brand. And then if we look at rainbow dot markers, they still in ICO 16, which is for KDP low content books, but again it is to do with liquid paint, felt tips, marking, colouring applications. It's actually the pens and the felt tips and that, and it's their name that's called rainbow dot markers. And again, these have been in use since 2018, so it's actually a brand, a product, something that they are keeping safe. So let's go back to this one, dot markers. Now what we'll see here is that it says ICO 16, which we saw that in the others, but this is where it gets worrying. Blank journal books, blank journals for writing, blank writing journals, printed children's books, printed children's activity books. So they are trying to grab this niche. So this is a frivolous trademark. It's not protecting a brand, it's not protecting a product. It's just trying to grab the whole niche. And it doesn't even say when they first use it. Now you see live, so you think, oh no, I cannot use this. But if you click on this one here where it says TSDR, and I've already done that, it actually brings you up this sort of document here where it explains the different things. Now the filing was done back in March 24, 2022. But this is the thing that it tells me, that this is going to be withdrawn because it's frivolous. Application withdrawn by USPTO before publication for further review. So they're going to keep looking into this because it is not a brand. It's just trying to get words together that is it's a category, it's a niche, it's not a brand. And they've actually said what it's for, which is all the things that is on KDP. There's loads of books like that, and there's a lot of big publishers in there that will probably go to protecting this. And then you can actually read any of the documents. All this is open for you to go in and check out, so there's different documents for you to go and read in. And again, it tells you all what's proceedings are happening and assignments and things like that. So that's what you need to do when you're checking out. So in here it does tell you the current owner's information. I'm not going to click on that, and it actually tells you who the attorney is and all that. So I thought I needed to check to see if they've done any other ones, and this is the one that they did before. 200 must known sight words. Well, again, sight words is a niche. Again, they've done ICO 16. So again, this is frivolous. Printed educational publications, namely books, handouts, workbooks. So they're trying to stop teachers as well, and trying to stop homeschooling and things like that. Journals, playbooks, worksheets, cards in field of right brain fitness, printed children's activity books, printed children's interactive educational books, all sorts of things. And again, we can see it says live. So again, I clicked on that button, and this is what it brought up for me. And the first thing I see is a non-final office action has been sent issued to the applicant. This is a letter from the examining attorney requiring additional information or marking an initial refusal. The applicant must respond to the office. And again, these are the documents. So I clicked on this one so it could tell me more about what is happening, and it downloads as a PDF. Okay, so this is the document here, and it says about non-final response deadline. So it's asking them for that. Request for an extension. They can request for an extension where they pay a fee, but it does say here why it was refused. Mere description refusal. Registration is refused because the applied for mark merely describes a feature, ingredient, characteristic, purpose, function, intended audience of the applicant's goods or service trademark. And I also think it mentions something about there was a third party refusal. Now, the thing about USPTO, you can actually file letters of protest if you see things like this, where you can actually prove other people have been using it, it's been selling, it's a niche, it's a frivolous thing, it is not a brand. Now, somebody's actually done that, and all they've done is, if I go back here, it's just provided websites where it says what are sight words, so it explains what they are and what they've been used. I don't think it even says when this web page was printed. I think it might say down there. And then another one, top 100 sight words and how to teach them. And again, it'll probably say when that was published. Some more information there, proving that it's an educational niche and it's not a branded good. It is not something that they have made. It's not like Highlight Books. Now, Highlight Books is their brand is highlights, so they are trademarking their name and their brand and their logo and everything like that. And they are going into like hidden picture books and stuff, but they don't stop you doing hidden pictures. You might not be able to call it hidden pictures because that might link to their actual brand, but this one is just trying to block people, and they're doing the same thing with doc markers. So it's for something that you need to check out and watch out when you're doing things. So when you see a list like that and you see it live, do a lot more digging, actually go in. There is a Facebook group that also talks about frivolous trademarks and things like that, and if you want assistance with filling in a letter of protest, they will help you with that sort of information. Now, at one time it used to be free to actually fill in a letter of protest, but now you have to pay, I think the fee is $50. Let me just see here. This is for registration. I think it's $50 or something like that. I remember somebody telling me that it was $50. But you can do a letter of protest now. If you are in that niche and already making quite a lot of money and somebody's trying to do sight words, or they're trying to do dot markers like that. So dot markers activity book. Well, in fact, you just go dot marker activity book. It's not the same, is it? So if your KDP account has been terminated or anything like that with regards to trademark infringement, and it might be because of dot markers, I would contact KDP and say they're overreaching because this has not even been applied yet, because that does happen. So just check on those things. So I hope this video was helpful. I'll leave a link down in the description for this so you can go through letters of protest. And again, remember, you need to dig a lot deeper. And also you need to make sure that when you're checking things, to check across the world trademarks, because we don't just sell to the US unless that's what you've set in KDP. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well, and don't forget to go and actually check out my first video about trademarks.